Well, it's a beautiful winter day for a hike. Not a lot of snow on the ground right now, even though it is early January. We had a bit of a thaw the past week or so, so I'm not even going to take the snowshoes out today. Just out for a couple of hours in the Marlborough Forest. This is an area of the trail I haven't been on in a while, so looking forward to being out for, a couple of hours. Put a few kilometers under the boots, see what's out here today. This is also a great chance for me to check the video quality on my new iPhone. It's a new older iPhone. It's not one of the brand spanking new models. It's about 2 or 3 models behind, but for me it's new. Camera's supposed to be a little bit of an upgrade, so we'll check it out, see how that is. Just a hint of the sun coming through the light snow that's falling here right now. It's right around 0, so it's wetter, heavier snow. But it's an absolutely gorgeous day. There's a breeze outside the forest, but when you're in amongst the trees, not much wind at all. Very interesting that there's a trail up here. I don't know if I remember this from previous trips up this particular trail. And you just never know what you're going to find when you go up little side trails like this. There's a little bit of a shrine or a memorial here. In addition to my footprints, there was one other set of tracks, but there's nothing really obvious. There is a small memento to a saint. But beyond that, hard to say what the purpose is. I'm going to trek a little further in and see where this leads. Again, I say always interesting to see where these little off trails lead. This one leads to a deer blind and a rough campsite. Very interesting. Put some work into creating a bit of a lean-to here. And some of the trees actually seem to be very recently cut. But I mean, what's interesting is that, first of all, if you've got a hunting stand up there, I'm not sure if you want to be camping here. I'm not sure if that's going to bring in animals. But on the other side of the coin, you're also not supposed to be cutting and camping out here. Now, I'm sure lots of people stealth camp, and that's fine, but the cutting of the trees and stuff like that, the haze around the sun today is actually one of the kind of cool features about this little walk. Like so many places in the Marlborough Forest, game trails in and out of the forest everywhere along the forest access roads. It's a very interesting trail. Because it's snowed over, it's hard to tell whether it's human boot prints or whether it's heavily used by deer. But interesting one. This one's very well defined. And well, there's your answer. Obviously a little offshoot that is used by some people. And obviously used by some people who shouldn't be using it. Doesn't take long once you get off the main trails for these little offshoots to close down, and you're ducking and moving around things. That is part of the fun, though. Very large set of tracks. Wanted to hold my hand beside him to compare. So obviously, while people do use this track right now, nobody's been up here for a while other than animals. Wow, glad I put the sunglasses on. That is the sunlight peeking through the clouds and a little bit of blue sky. Very nice. This one's even got a little door in it. And of course, here is exactly why they don't want the ATVs up in these areas. Very soft, marshy ground. That's probably a 2-foot deep tire track in there. These are just such perfect conditions for a winter hike. I think I mentioned it's around 0 and very, very light dusting of snow coming down. The snow is not super deep. What's here is hard enough to support you so you're not falling through. And there's a little bit of soft, heavy type of snow, wet snow on top that prevents you from crunch, 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 crunch. So you're actually moving fairly quietly as well. There are not many days like this over the course of the winter. And we're coming to the end of the trail that runs right off of the parking lot from Roger Stevens Road. And it forks. There's a couple of trails here, including one of the snowmobile trails. Just for the heck of it today, I think I'm going to stay off of the main trails and get onto the back trail here. That's a very recent sign. I'm going to guess that hunting club is still active. Hunting season is over though, so not to worry about that, because hunting is actually a legal activity in this park, I believe. As you can see, this is a very marshy area, very tough to access in the summertime, which is a beauty of winter hiking. You can get onto areas that you would not be able to get into in the summer. Very old blind that has fallen into disrepair. But just look at your vantage point from here. There's a stream just up ahead that's running across the trail, and there's an awful lot of water around. So I think I'm going to just call it off here and turn around and go back down this trail. I don't want to go any deeper. I don't want to go into the knee or potentially get stuck in the mud. Some of my footprints have filled in just a little bit with water, so probably a good decision. And I'm back out at the main, I guess this would be east-west trail. We'll go a little bit of a ways up just for the heck of it, just because this is an out and back and I know exactly how long it'll take me to get back. So I don't want to use up every minute I have out here. It's snowing pretty good right now. There's a pretty good squall come in, but all you got to do is duck into these little areas under the trees and oh my, so nice. So I've now reached the area where the trail comes down from Kettles Road, and since I've been down here last, they've added that big heavy gate, obviously for traffic control along these trails. Anyway, I'm going to loop back now, head back over to the car. It is continuing to snow pretty good. It's absolutely lovely out here. Great day to be out. Tiny little stream running beside the trail here. And all of the open water is beginning to freeze up again now that we're a little cooler after the thaw that we've had. Haven't seen or heard one snowmobile on the trail today. Probably not a big surprise. There is just enough snow on here to traverse this trail. I'm guessing that a lot of the trails are closed, so maybe there's not a whole lot of access to and from the A trail here. All right, back at the junction that's going to take me down to the parking lot. So we'll head back down to the car. Probably take a little under half an hour. It was supposed to get windy this afternoon, but again, when you're down in the trees, it's quite nice. Sheltered areas. Up top, you can see those trees blowing pretty good. The gusts are probably 30 to 40, maybe even more right now. And there's the sky as I travel the last few meters back to the car. Welcome to the Marlborough Forest, but you're not going to get any information here. It's barely readable, any of the papers. The map has been destroyed. Make sure you know the trails and where you want to wander before you come in. And in case you wanted to pop in here and go for a hike, either summer or winter, this is the E2 parking lot access. It's west of North Gore along Roger Stevens Drive. And it's time to clean off the trusty SUV and get out of here. Thanks for coming along. Enjoy the outdoors. Get out and do things. Summer, winter, spring, fall, doesn't matter. It's always a beautiful day.